Hey crafters, it's me, Sarah, with Craft Test Dummies, and today I'm super excited to show you guys Ranger Ink and Dyan Reaveley's brand new Dylusions paints. These are super awesome, and if you're already familiar with Dyan's sprays, you'll be happy to know that you can get those same colors now in a paint medium, which is really awesome. They work great well together. You can blend them, you can mix them, and we're going to go over a lot of those basics here in this video, but I want to make sure you guys visit crafttestdummies.com for a full review, lots of swatches and samples over there. So make sure you do that. But first thing I want to mention in the video with these paints is that you have to be very careful when you're opening them up, all right? You do not want to tip or bend or open them sideways at all. You want to hold them perfectly flat and horizontal, and I'm going to show you why in a second. Once you open it up, these are extremely fluid here. You can see the paint moving around inside of its little pot, and it's quite viscous, you guys. It's a little bit similar to a distress paint, but I would definitely say it is thicker than one of Tim's paints. And it's thinner than Dina's artist paints as well. These are really great for your art journaling as backgrounds and pages. They're not completely opaque. I'm going to bring out... I worked on this art journal page once I first got the paints, and the paints are all the background and everything that you see. I first put down some of Tim's tissue wrap and then layered and with a baby wipe kind of blended different colors of the paint together to kind of thin them out a little bit. But you can see that the tissue wrap still comes through from the bottom. But the more you layer, the more of an opaque appearance you will get. Next up, they do blend and mix well together. You can add a London blue with, let's say, a little bit of the Postbox red or even some of the bubblegum pink, and you will get a purple, but you're not going to get your like crushed grape purple. It's going to be a different shade, obviously, and how much you mix of each one together. Let's see. Okay, one thing I wanted to show you guys was one of the samples I made using the paints is this fun little tag, and I made an ombre effect with it that I wanted to show you guys. So I'm going to pull these back really quick. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose 3 different colors. I think I'll go ahead and do the teal, a green, and another fresh lime. That's what it is. And then I'm going to grab my tag. And if you guys have watched Dyan before, you know that she is a messy artist, which I absolutely love, which actually makes her products more fun when you see how much fun she has with them. So she gets in there with her hands and her fingers and all kinds of stuff like that, and that is definitely what we're going to do today. So I'm going to go ahead and open up each one of these. And what's also like even more fun about these is they kind of remind me of finger paints when you're a kid. You can just dip your fingers in and spread it all around and have lots and lots of fun. So I have some baby wipes here, just run-of-the-mill baby wipes I got from CVS, and my 3 different colors. And I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to dip my little finger. And you can see you still have a bit of a peak on that. It's not completely watery on my finger. It's not dripping off. It definitely has a little bit of a stay to it. And I am just right across the top going to swipe some of that gorgeous color. I'm going to wipe off my finger. And then I'm going to go in with my next color. You don't need too terribly much. That's going to go in the middle. Wipe off my finger, and my last finger dip is going to be right in here. And I'm going to put that across the bottom. And then I'm going to take, you'll want to use multiple baby wipes with this. But I'm going to go ahead and blend my center color first, and just starting a little bit, here, let me move some of this out of the way, in the middle and blending it towards the bottom as it'll slowly kind of lighten, and then blend it a little bit towards the top. And then I'm going to take my bottom and slowly blend that upwards. And you can see them blend together really well right there. Oops. And then I'm going to grab another baby wipe real quick. And I'm going to start blending some of this turquoise down. Oops. Remember, it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. I'm going to add a little bit more paint and slowly, again, mix it downwards until you get, you can even pull some of it if you want. Like I said, have fun. And I think I'm fairly happy with that. So there, and the bottom where I was working before, everything's pretty much dry at this point. I'm going to pick up some of my stuff here while it does finish drying. And then I also wanted to let you guys know you can totally use your sprays, your dilution sprays on top of the paint. Since the sprays themselves are not opaque, it's not like if you put Postbox Red on top of a Calypso Teal paint that you're going to get the Postbox Red color. You're still going to see some of the paint go through, so just be aware of that. But next, I'm going to go ahead and use some of my spray. I'm going to go ahead and take a white and mix it up. Let me grab a stencil here. And I'm just going to spray some quick little dots to add a little ghosty effect. Pull it up. Just going to wipe that down. We'll let that dry a little bit there. And then next, if you guys want to use stencils, or if you want to use paint with stencils, the paints with stencils, I should say, what you can use is I really recommend your mini Tim Holtz Distress Tool. And all I'll do is take some of my paint, and I'm just going to take a little bit of it out and put it on my craft mat there. This is just about dry. Use the power of my hand to get it a little bit drier quicker. All right, and then, oops, and we have some paintiness there. That's okay. I'm going to go ahead and take over here and just kind of pounce it in the paint a little bit. Let me zoom out there. Pounce it in your paint and pounce it on your craft mat. You don't really want to load it up with too much paint. You just want a little bit. And you can go back and layer it too. But just pounce it around on top of your tag wherever you want it to go. And then I will also do the same on this corner. And again, pouncing, I'm not rubbing around in circles or anything like that. It's just a quick pounce over. And there we have that. And then what? Sorry, crafters, for some reason that last video cut out unexpectedly, but we are back with the same tag, same messy hands, and we're going to go ahead and we are going to stamp using some of the Dylusions paints. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some black, and I'm going to scoop just a little bit out onto my craft mat like we did with the stencil and the dabbing with the mini re-inker. Or mini distress tool, sorry. And next I'm going to take a small brayer that I am going to go through and pick up. You don't want to just keep rolling all the way through. You want to kind of pick up and roll each time so that you get a nice even coverage of the paint onto your brayer. And then I've got a little stamp here, and I am just going to roll my paint on. And if you need to, you can go back and pick up some more. But again, we're going to do the quick little up and down motions of the brayer with the paints on the stamp as well, so that we can get enough paint all over. All right. Go ahead, take that, And I am going to just go for it here. And there you go. You have a stamped image with your Dylusions paints. So that's about it, you guys. Oh, one thing, always make sure if you use paints on an acrylic or any kind of stamp, make sure that you wash it off immediately. You don't want that paint drying around and then get your lines all chunky and not nice and smooth and thin like you had them. But that's my last tip, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, as always, try and leave them in the bottom of the video, and I will do my best to answer them. I hope you guys have a super crafty day. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Dylusions paints. I am super excited about them. And have a super crafty day, guys. Talk to you later. Bye.